All right, what's going on, everybody? I was gonna make a video a while back about the protests going on in Ottawa, and then I chose against it. So then I started making an intro, just saying what I think about the protests, and then I was gonna get into something else. But then I was just brought. My wife showed me a clip from somebody who was at the protests that she knows, or who knows? Maybe this is already viral. Maybe most people already know about this, but I chose against not doing anything political and getting involved in what's going on in Canada's protests. But I'll be completely honest, I'm proud of Canadians getting together and doing their thing. I'm proud of being part of a country who does that. I know the media has been saying a bunch of different things about what's going on with the protests, but 90% of the people there are double vaxxed and have their passports. And they're just tired of different mandates and things being, let's say, hypocritical or whatever their stance is. They went down there to do a peaceful protest, and it's been peaceful, okay, for the most part. Now, yes, there's somebody been going around with Confederate flag. Everybody heard about that guy with a Nazi fucking flag or Nazi something swastika, okay? And you know, my Prime Minister Trudeau has been using that to say we're not going to stand by anybody like this. He declared it a state of emergency, and he's rolled out RCMP, which would be like our feds, maybe SBI, the Ontario Police, Ontario OPP, Ontario Provincial Police, and then also has the Ottawa Police there, and they got SWAT people there and riot people, and you got a whole bunch of different things there. Probably just not the military yet, but I'm not sure about that, because he doesn't want to stand by that. A lot of the conservatives, from what I saw, he called the people who are part of Conservative Party, anybody who would stand by Nazi or swastika, the swastika or the Nazi symbol. I forget how he worded it. And the Conservative Party was very angry, saying, "How dare you call us?" Most of the people, there's a lot of people who are in, I forget how many, there was like at least 3 or 4 people I saw during this, I think it was the House of Commons, and they were arguing and asked Trudeau for an apology because he said that, you know, they were the same as that. Anyways, they took offense to it because they were Jewish people, and they know people who they have family members, grandparents, whatever the case is, who died in the Holocaust. So they took very much offense to it. They asked Trudeau for an apology, and he walked out of the room, basically. But anyways, the only reason I'm doing this is going to be a short fucking video. I'm not even going to talk much about this, I don't think, but I just want to put this out here so people fucking see it. I'll probably get taken down, I'll probably get flagged, who the fuck knows, but it's fucking terrible. And if you need a warning, here's a warning, okay? It's not brutal, like, I don't think. God forbid anybody dies or got seriously injured, but it looks like there could be some serious injuries at the hands of the RCMP that were on their mounties, and they were on their horses. And I seen at least 2 people that got trampled on. 2 people who got trampled on by horses. And that's what I'm going to show you here. Sorry about that. I know you can tell anyways because, you know, the video just came back on, but my daughter was having a TV fiasco kind of thing. I had to go help her out. Anyways, so just a warning, you know, it's not brutal and it cuts off before you see anything bad happening. I wouldn't feel right if I didn't use my platform to put out something that is potentially, and you know, they had a line in between them. Maybe they shouldn't have walked out in front of the cops. I'm not going to go that far and say that shit. Maybe it's pure accident. Maybe it was intentional. Like, I don't fucking know. It could be just a horrible accident. But like I tell my kids not to shoot a ball in the house, right? Not to shoot a baseball around in the house. Well, the one day, my son shot a baseball and he hit, well, my 10-year-old now, but she was like 7 at the time. He shot the baseball and by accident, it hit her in the fucking head. And it's like, well, it was an accident. I didn't mean to hit her. It's like, obviously, Owen, I know you didn't mean to fucking hit her, but the fact that there was a rule to not shoot that ball in the house. You broke that rule thinking nothing bad would happen, but the reason I have the rule is because of this very instance. Because, yeah, you didn't mean to hit her. It's not technically not your fault because you weren't trying to hit her, but she walked into that fucking ball, and because you fucking threw it and broke the fucking rule, she got hurt. So I'm supposed to not punish you just because it was an accident? So the point of all that is by Trudeau making a state of emergency and sending out the fucking the horses to do that, those people getting trampled, That's on him. And you can say, it's a terrible accident, they shouldn't have been there, all the excuses in the fucking world if he wants. But the fact of the matter is, someone got trampled on during a peaceful protest that was not doing anything wrong. They weren't smashing anything, they weren't breaking anything. Yes, I understand businesses haven't been able to open, and he says they have been holding the street hostage. Basically, those businesses have been held hostage. Now, when you think of being held hostage, you think of a gun, knife, you know, some kind of force, right? That's not what's going on. These people are parked on the street waiting for Trudeau to respond to him. Instead, he's been hiding. He's been in the House of Commons, fucking saying whatever he's been saying and doing whatever he's been doing. It's none of my business to fucking even try to talk about the legislation part of all this. But we do have the right to peaceful protest, and they were doing that. Obviously, there's always going to be bad eggs in the group. And as far as I can tell, every time that there was the Confederate flag, which makes no sense in Canada, by the way, for someone to be having a Confederate flag and saying they're fucking a white supremacist. Like in Canada, the Confederate flag, most people don't even know what the fuck that means unless they studied history. I swear to God. Ask, you know, except for some Canadians that actually like history and may be new age and open-minded, know actually what that fucking means, but there's a lot of people that don't. Older people like my mother learned about that in high school. They learned about states more than they learned about Canada. Whereas when I went to high school, we learned about Canadian history, unless you took history, but you only needed one history credit, meaning most people only took the one history credit unless you were into it. Then you learned about other histories. The point of all that is the fact that that was even assumed and brought in Canada, it makes no fucking bloody sense. But nonetheless, the point of what I was just trying to get at is the fact that he sent those fucking guys out there. Is the police fault? No. They were told to do something. They were told to do something. So I'm not even blaming the cops. They could have said no if they thought it was bad, but it's their job, it's their livelihood, and they have to put food on the table for their kids. So, you know, and I'm somebody who really does not get along with cops and like cops. And when I was arrested, it was by the RCMP. I'm literally on TV on an RCMP fucking show getting arrested, okay? So I do not like the RCMP, but I'm going to go out as far to say is it's not their fault. It's the Prime Minister's fault and whoever fucking okayed this fucking move. That the two people and probably more who've gotten hurt, because those fucking horses, when they stomp on you, it fucking hurts. Anyways, I'll continue talking a little bit more about this after this, but I just want to put this out here. So I need to have a little intro and then the video, so it doesn't get flagged right away. But anyways, here we go. And like I said, warning.
I get it, this is what we're doing it for. This is what we're doing it for. So they all can have peace and love and happiness. Peace, love, happiness.
Amen. Amen.
Peace, love,
Happiness. Peace.
You guys are breaking my heart. This is peace, love, and happiness. Peace. We are at peace with protest. We are at peace with protest.
Hold the line!
Here comes the horses. Yeah, the horses are coming. Hey, stand down! Oh my gosh! Oh my goodness! Oh my goodness! Look what you did! Look what you did to her! Look what you did to her! Look what you did to her!
So, my condolence goes out to those people that may have got hurt, the police officers that may have hurt them, are feeling some type of way, and anything that's going to happen as a result of this. That video I said I started making and I stopped about this whole thing. I was talking about how proud I was that Canadians get together and can do a peaceful protest, and except for a few bad eggs, where they are in Ottawa, there's a big homeless population right there, okay? Not to mention the people that were caught doing the Confederate flag and the swastika. You know, first of all, they were masked up, and these people are kind of against that. Once again, I want to remind everybody, 90% of these truckers that are there are vaccinated, okay? They are all vaccinated, and there's only 70% of my country that is vaccinated. I'm double vax, so if you feel some type of way about that, whether you're pro or against, it's not what I'm here to talk about. But the point of this is that these people are doing a peaceful protest. Now they're, according to Trudeau, they are holding the street hostage. The people can't go to work, and so this is what his response was. And now it looks like 2 or 3 people just got trampled by fucking horses. Now, that girl looked like she tried to get up after the one that was saying you're breaking my heart and all that, and it kind of broke my heart to even watch that, for fuck's sakes. And the last thing I want to see is anybody, they're Canadians, so, you know, whatever, maybe I have this sense of fucking national fucking pride going towards Canadians, and, you know, maybe, but any people, if this was in the States, if this was anywhere else, I would be feeling the same kind of probably way, that it's you know, it's unfortunate this just happened. But once again, this is about Trudeau. He was the one that okayed that move. It's not about the cops that went out there and did this to hurt these people. They were doing what they were told to do. They were following one after another, but this is the problem. When people don't fucking stick up for what they fucking believe and they just fucking blindly follow, this is the kind of shit that fucking happens. These people that went there, they stuck up for what they believed. They got their funding pulled. The government has been arresting people non-stop at the beginning of this week. They started by warning them at the beginning of this week, I believe, and then in the last 2 or 3 days, it might even be longer, but I'm not sure. People have, I think it's been like, I don't know what the number is, but last time I heard it was about 100 arrests for being at this protest. The truckers were getting their license pulled, fucking up their livelihood, so they can't drive anymore. They were a whole bunch of different fucking charges and shit to try to deter them, and now they did this. So it's like, we do have the right to peaceful assembly, and we have the right to protest. It's in our Charter of Rights and Freedoms, but whenever he claims a state of emergency, he can override it, and he can start arresting people that are not breaking the law for whatever reason, and now this has happened. Anyways, I'm not going to talk too much more about this, except for the fact that my heart goes out to anybody who got hurt there. And even, like I said, I don't have much love for the RCMP and stuff, but that was my own fault. I was a dumb kid who got in trouble, and they arrested me just doing their job once again. That being said, maybe I hold a grudge against them. Who the fuck knows? Point is, the cops that may have harmed those people, depending on how severe the injuries might be, you know, I kind of feel bad for them too, because they're just following orders. But at the same time as you're following orders, if you think something's not right, you shouldn't fucking do it. It doesn't matter what you're fucking doing. And that's the moral of the story. These people are doing what they think is fucking right. Is it right? Is it wrong? That's not what I'm here to talk about. Point is, if we lose our right to fucking be able to protest when things go wrong, then we have absolutely no control. And Canada's been a pretty fucking liberal, free fucking country and society for a long fucking time. But now we're starting to see, if you go down to the nation's capital and you bring a bunch of big rigs and tow trucks and tractors and farmers, and, you know, you have your kids out there, it don't matter. They're gonna fucking eventually say, you know what, enough's enough, get the fuck off our streets. And now they bring out the horses, and accidents are gonna happen. I hope it's not intentional, but who the fuck knows? Anyways, that's all I have for today. I'm going to make a new video soon about actual magic shit and good shit, but I felt like I should try to put this out so more people can see it, so it gets to other places, because it's on Facebook right now, and maybe it's been on the news. I don't know if it is, but eventually it's going to get pulled down. So this is just one more place where it is, so more people can see what the fuck's going on and how terrible it is. And, you know, in Canada at the moment, it looks like we no longer have the right to protest and have the freedom to peaceful assembly. So, because you're getting mowed down by fucking horses, and that's not even a joke. I wasn't even trying to make a joke there. That's not funny at all. It's fucking terrible. Fucking Trudeau, go fuck yourself. All right, what's going on, everybody?